Hello! Welcome sa ating panibagong episode kung saan magdadagdag tayo ng ating vocabulary words sa English. Ako po ulit si Ces Adorza ng American English Training Academy. Before we start our vocabulary lessons today, I just wanted to emphasize the reasons why we have to learn the English language. So, bakit nga ba inaaral natin ang English? Ito ang observation ko, lalo na nung nangyari ang kasalukuyang pandemic. 'Pag marunong kang mag-communicate sa English, mas maraming job opportunities ang nag-aantay sa'yo. So, yun talaga yung nakita ko. Hindi lang ito locally, so hindi lang dito sa atin, kundi maging sa international arena. Um, Ayon sa latest statistics, there are about 1.5 billion people who speak English. Imagine, 1.5 billion. That's a huge number. Ibig sabihin nito, mas mataas ang demand sa skills gamit ang communication skills sa English. Personally, sa tingin ko, kung mas marami lang sana sa atin ang mayroong outstanding na communication skills sa paggamit ng English, mababawasan ang unemployment rate dito sa atin sa Pilipinas. And yun, personally, ang advocacy ko is kahit papano makatulong na makapagturo ng English sa mga Filipino na magagamit nila sa pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay, magagamit nila upang makahanap ng mas magandang trabaho, and it would in turn be an opportunity para magkaroon ng mas magandang kita. Alam naman natin na dito sa Pilipinas, ang dalawang industries kung saan in demand talaga ang pagkakaroon ng magandang communication skills sa English is, of course, una na yung BPO industry, at ngayon, syempre, ang work from home industry, yung mga team bahay, sabi nga nila, wherein actually maraming trabaho, no? Sa BPO, usually, sa phone, sumasagot sa inquiries ng mga customers ng iba't ibang kumpanya. And usually sa mga team bahay, of course, marami. Marami. Meron dyan sumasagot sa phone. In my case, I'm a writer, blogger, ghostwriter, content manager, marketing, mga ganun eh. At syempre, yung ginagamit mo dun is yung communication skills mo sa English. And of course, that's what I'm here for. Ang tulungan kayo na matuto na mag-communicate sa English. And for today, magbabasa tayo ng latest news sa CNN. Naghahanap kasi ako ng material na current, yung version ng English na talagang ginagamit natin sa everyday life natin. Ginagamit natin mag-communicate on a daily basis. And napansin ko na actually ang CNN, maganda ang content nila, maganda yung English nila. And isa pa doon is, of course, current events. So may alam tayo sa mga balita sa nangyayari sa araw-araw. Hindi lang dito sa Pilipinas, kundi internationally. And of course, makakatulong yun para mas maging matalas pa ang ating pag-iisip at mas maging alam mo yung tipong pagka may usapan, may masasabi ka naman na very relevant sa, nangyayari ngayon sa mundo. Okay? So, right, I really think na ang pag-aaral, or yeah, actually pag-aaral na din dahil himay-himayin natin ang news na babasahin natin, alamin natin yung mga vocabulary words na hindi tayo masyadong familiar but we could use in our everyday conversation. So I think reading and studying news from CNN is a perfect combination. All right, so let's get down to business, shall we? Putin's next escalation could be a direct cyber attack on the US. The most troubling takeaway from President Joe Biden's warning that there is evolving intelligence that Russia is exploring options for cyber attacks is that US spy agencies have been spot on so far in predicting Vladimir Putin's moves. It was always possible that the Russian leader could seek to impose direct reprisals on the US government and Americans for their direct support of Ukrainians and crippling sanctions on Russia after his brutal invasion. Putin could turn his intelligence agencies or related criminal gangs against US government departments, hospitals, critical infrastructure, and utilities. Opening a cyber front, or at least hinting at one, would be consistent with Putin's strategy for escalation, which has seen him rattle nuclear sabers, turn fearsome fire on Ukrainian civilians, and use new generation hypersonic missiles. But the key question is whether the Russian leader would risk a full war cyber conflict with Washington, which, as CNN reported last week, has fearsome capabilities of its own that may outmatch Russia's arsenal and could quickly deliver devastating hits against Russian critical infrastructure. Okay, so sa ngayon naman ay pagtuunan natin ng pansin ang mga vocabulary words na matututunan natin sa article na to. Right, una dito is the word troubling. Um, ang word na troubling ay galing sa salitang trouble and it means to cause distress or anxiety. Or in other words, um, dito ginamit ang word na troubling as nakakabahala. Okay. And if we will use it in a sentence, ang example natin ay, tell me what's troubling you. Okay. Next word, takeaway. Takeaway is a key fact or idea to be remembered. And for our example sentence, he didn't listen to the lecture, so he doesn't know the main takeaway or important points of the lesson. Right. Next, we have exploring options. It says here that Russia is exploring options at, sandali lang, nasaan na ba yun? Okay, it says here that Russia is exploring options for cyber attacks. Okay, and when you say exploring options, that means about to think about it in detail or to assess carefully. Of course, our next word is cyber attacks, an attempt by hackers to damage or destroy a computer network or system. Okay. Then we have spot on. When you say spot on, it means exactly correct. It means exactly correct or accurate. Okay. And there's another word, crippling, came from the word cripple. That means causing a person to become unable to walk or move properly. Dito, ginamit ang word na to in a way that says, in a way that means pinilayan. So the sanctions, the economic sanctions na imposed ng US sa Russia has crippled or has a crippling effect on Russian economy. So yun. Parang napilayan yung economic um, section ng Russia dahil sa sanctions na pinataw ng US. Alright, next we got impose. When you say impose, that's to force someone to accept or put up to establish or apply as a charge or penalty. So nag-impose sila ng sanction. So to enforce. Right. Then sanctions is a threatened penalty for disobeying a law or rule. So, di ba, alam natin, pag sinabing sanction, it's a penalty. Reprisals. Reprisals are measures of pressure that derogate from the normal rules of international law. Okay, it's carried out by one state in response to an unlawful act committed against this state or another state. Hinting at one. Hinting at one means to give an indirect suggestion. Rattle. Rattle means to make someone feel nervous. Di ba? Parang nananakot. And when you say saber rattling, that means to intimidate an enemy by suggesting possible use of force. Okay. So, pananakot ulit. Okay. Then we have another word or phrase. It's hypersonic missiles. Hypersonic missiles fly faster than 5 times the speed of sound and are maneuverable, making them difficult to shoot down. So, imagine kung gaano kalakas yun. That's when you say hypersonic missile, it flies 5 times faster the speed of sound. And when you say maneuverable, from the word maneuver, meaning that you can move it skillfully or carefully. So in this sense, sobrang bilis na nga niya, kaya pang makontrol kung paano siya gagalaw or saang direction siya pupunta. So that makes it even more powerful. Right. Then we got another word, full bore. FULL-BORE. So full bore means maximum effort or maximum speed. Of course, we got fearsome, which means frightening or nakakatakot, katakot-takot. Then we have arsenal. Arsenal is a collection of weapons and military equipment. Critical, when you say critical, it's essential, it's vital, it's important. Alright? So, yun muna ang lesson natin for today, mga kaibigan. I really hope may natutunan kayo sa lesson na to. And if you could use one of these key phrases, if you could use these words in a sentence, gusto kong, or pwede niyong i-comment ang inyong example sentences and magre-reply ako sa inyo sa comment section natin hanggang sa susunod nating pagkikita. And you guys take care, stay safe, and stay healthy.